Either one of those.
Ha! We're live, everybody. We're
Five,
starting a little
five.
late.
What's happening?
We're starting a little late, obviously. Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Almost 100 degrees here in Maryland.
Oh, it's hot. I got my top down and it's crazy.
Our guy Noobs offered his deck up, so we got some beverages and some food, and we had to eat first. You know, I mean, Rashid made some homemade cookies,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Can't wait to dig into those. But hey, welcome everyone. We are going to talk all football today. With that's where we're headed.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it is the season. You know, the most wonderful time of the year.
Tis the season.
Yeah, the most wonderful time of the year for so many of us. T Sizzle,
Happy.
Rasheen, and Noobs all here to do the job today. We're missing Watson. He had a prior commitment, unfortunately, but you know he's here in heart. So yeah, men, let's start out with this just a little bit. There were some blowouts this weekend. I know we talked. I love the fact that we had this awesome group chat, you guys, and we talk all the time. Early morning, Rasheen sends us out text. Midday, we get texts from each other.
You were sleeping. Well, you were sleeping at like 10 o'clock. You know, trying
Yeah,
to
hey,
get
listen,
some
y'all
sleep.
messing with my beauty sleep.
Yeah.
But we were texting the other day, Friday night, right?
Yes.
Which is Sunday. There were a couple high schools locally where we live in Maryland that had some, not just like blowout landslide games, but one of them was 84-0. 84-0. And we got into a conversation about that, y'all. I don't know what to even say about it. Let's start with Noobs, because Noobs had some insight right out of the gates, and then
I just want to watch the film. Like I can't crucify the coach until I see the film. I don't know how you score 84 without running it. Like that just seems ridiculous. I'm sure, knowing the coach that it was, that he put in backups. I'm sure they were just running basic run plays. But man, it seems like there should be a better way to keep the score a little lower and not embarrass. The last thing you want to do is embarrass kids. You know, like we played a team that was totally undermanned. They didn't have a JV. They had, bad numbers, and I felt awful for them. And we tried to do the same thing, put backups in, ran generic plays, like try not to score. Like you try not to. And I remember in high school, my coach, Coach Harble, he called a fumble right one time when we were up 40-something. And he said, listen, we were like, what? And he said,
what is that?
You fumble the ball to the right, and none of you recover it. He told us we couldn't.
Wow.
We weren't allowed to recover it. So we fumbled and gave the other team the ball.
So wait, the hole opened up, the running back ran through, and
Fumbled
just
the A-gap fumble.
what?
The quarterback went, he dropped it, put it on the ground.
Was that Marcus?
No, he pulled Mark at that point. It was
Wow.
It was actually probably Jason Woodward actually was the quarterback.
Woody.
Yeah, Jason Woodward.
Shout out to Woody.
What's more demoralizing? You're getting your ass beat 84-0, or they're just trying to give you the ball.
Yeah,
please take it.
That's
Like, what do you do?
The sad thing is you got to see each other. Like as coaches, you got to see each other at the end of the year and meetings and stuff. You don't want bad blood. And the number one, like I said, you don't want to embarrass those kids, man.
I highly doubt they were throwing the ball.
I'm sure they weren't.
We went down to Snow Hill one year, and I think we touched the ball once and then fumble and interception and everything, and they were scoring every time.
But who was the running back? Tell them who the running back was.
Zen Tate.
Ben
Well,
Tate.
he didn't play. That was for varsity, but JV is a different story.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I that brought back bad memories listening to this game last Friday.
Well, I'm a pedal to the metal guy. You know what I mean? You got to stop it.
All or nothing.
Yeah, I just say stop it. You know.
Would you still be throwing the ball though?
No.
Okay. Would you
There's no
empty the
need.
bench out?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'd empty the bench. You put your guys in. Sometimes I think it's just piss poor coaching, though.
That's what I was going to ask you. And was it, and it's that weird thing around here in Maryland where 4A plays 2A or 1A? Was it like that? Or was it just 2 to 3A schools?
Northwood's a 4A school.
Okay.
Paint
Yes.
grass.
Yeah. You got two 4A schools.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't
But, we have this thing here, and I don't know where you are. We have a consortium So we've got three different locations where 3 schools kind of intertwine, they merge, and you can pick which one of the high schools you want to go to because they have different programs at that high school
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
go
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Well, some athletes who go, for example, Springbrook used to get all the basketball kids
Yeah.
forever, and then Paint Branch got the football
Yeah.
kids. So you had that going on.
Blake
But-
got the theater kids.
And
I was
Blake
about to
got-
say the same thing.
yeah, they got the arts kids.
Fame. I
Yeah.
wanna live forever. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I know which one it was.
Yeah. So I mean, but to me, you got to prepare the kids. You got to be ready, and you got to know what you're doing.
And how do you stop that? Did you not schedule certain teams against certain teams?
It's not like you can do that though.
Okay, because you don't got enough numbers. Or
No, I mean, when you go to scheduling meetings, all the head coaches sit in a room,
oh wow, I didn't know that did that.
and
Wow,
you know,
it's a small group, like 6. I think.
Yeah.
5 or 6 head coaches.
yeah,
And y'all make the schedule
yeah.
for everybody.
But it's
Wow.
kind of handed out. Like this is what it's probably
Okay, yeah,
gonna
that's
be.
right. Okay,
Comes
yeah,
down from the top.
right. I mean, I was about to say.
Yeah, it
Were
comes
you in
down
on
from the
that?
top.
You in on that?
Yeah,
I was in on that too.
Yeah.
when I was
Wow.
head coach.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
I just
there's
thought, like you
Johnson.
said, I just thought they made it and said here.
So there's requests you make
Wow.
too. Like teams will make requests. You have
Oh, man.
you request 3 that you definitely want to play, 3 that you
wow.
3 out of your conference that you'd like to play. Like so, you all make requests, and then if 2 of the requests match up, then they make that happen. I think.
Wow, I never knew that. Wow,
Yeah.
I just thought you showed up and
No.
that's what it was. Man,
And then, like when I was head coach down in Rockville, we were 2A.
right.
We were 2A West. So the only other 2A West, Poolsville became 2A West. When Northwood first opened back up, they were 2A West. Clarksburg started out at 2A West, but they were a 4A size school right out of the gates.
Right.
But they put them at that 2A. So
Because
we
they
had-
didn't have a senior year that first.
right. So they put those schools. That's only 3 schools. That's 3 opponents. So I had to try and request teams outside of the county, and they wouldn't give them to me. I think they gave me one.
That was my next question.
So there's only a certain number of matchups that can be outside the county. There's 25 schools, so they try to do it only 1 per week. So that would be 9 weeks, nine outside opponents.
Yeah.
That was always that was
John
my
Kelly
next
got
question.
2 of them.
And that was back when we played 10
Yeah.
games, not 9
Georgia's
games.
got two outside opponents.
They won
This year?
yesterday, 33-0.
That's good. That's what they should do.
33.
I mean, if you want to test your metal, I think yeah.
Who they play this week, Mike?
South
South
County.
yeah.
in Virginia.
Who's going down? Oh, okay, so that's the school you were telling me they were going down. Okay.
Yeah, they won
Yeah.
33-0.
Were they any good?
They-
South County?
Apparently not. 33-0.
But they didn't want to play Oscar Smith.
John picks and chooses.
Yeah, they'll pick
Pretty smart.
wisely.
Yeah, that's
You
smart.
know,
Is it?
Wise went to where'd Wise go? They lost. Who did they play? Not Brina. They played another.
I know.
They played a decent school.
Frederick County schools.
Oakdale played the 2A champ
Milford.
last year.
Milford,
Milford. And they beat them 33-31, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah, they beat them on last play.
Oakdale got 3 D1s. I'm gonna go check them out.
Supposedly there's a 4th.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly there's a 4th there too.
Wow.
Yep.
We got DN going to Michigan.
Yep.
Somebody going to Liberty and somebody going to Ohio U, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna go check them
They're-
out.
They're pretty well loaded up. Stein does a nice job there.
He does
He
great.
does, and I think Doc's still calling the defense.
Yeah.
So shout out to those guys. But
Before we go, are you guys into pushing your kids to the next level? Do you find those opportunities at the next level for your kids? I know back in Pittsburgh there was coaches, I don't want to say names, but they would hide the mail from the kids.
Oh,
I
no.
never did that.
Yeah.
I never did that.
Okay.
Got to promote your kids.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the best way to promote your
Okay.
program.
Okay.
If your kids are going D1. I mean, look at all the kids. Yesterday we had 2 playing at Pitt. We had 1 starting at
Oh,
Maryland.
yeah.
The other one would have been starting with his knee.
Cincinnati,
Cincinnati, UMass, Monmouth. We have kids all over the place.
Did anybody see the Pitt game?
what is the
Boston.
point? What is the point
Yes.
of hiding the mail and not promoting it?
Hold on. Did anybody
always
see the
wondered
Pitt game
that
last
too.
night?
I
Huh?
followed
Yes,
it on the radio.
Yes,
You seen it?
a little bit.
Oh, the first 2 plays?
Oh, I just see
They took him out.
DeAndre.
Oh man, he was in the back for both plays.
Yeah.
Then they took him out because it was like we're gonna put other guys in.
Yeah.
You're done for the day. But
But
he,
he's at a whole
he-
other level this
yeah,
year.
they said oh man.
Shane, what would be the point of hiding the mail?
I think-
Why would
I
you?
want-
You want me to give you a name?
Huh?
Do you want the name? Neil Gordon, Penn Hills. They
I-
said he had hit everybody's mail. I think his thing was if you didn't do what he wanted you to do, it was kind of like that movie. If you didn't do what Neil wanted you to do, then okay, I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna tell them that you're not this, you're not that. There were a lot of guys who didn't go from Penn Hills.
So I think the weird is some kind of weird mindset that if a guy was set to go to college, he would take it easy. I think. I feel like the old head coach.
My head coach, and this is a long time ago, man. My head coach.
Well, Neil Gordon's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. This dude I hung out with in high school, he was 6'3", 220, which was nice size back in the 80s, okay?
Really good
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Now.
So we got in trouble. We used to go late to seventh period, last period of the day, every day. He had a stack of passes we got from a counselor, and we kind of took our girls to their classes, and we go to our English class. They caught up with us. They caught up with us. Yeah. So our head coach, we didn't go to the principal. We went to Diltz.
Right.
And Diltz sits us down, and he's chewing our asses out. And he opens up this drawer, and he throws 2 letters at me. Then he grabs a stack of mail like this from my buddy Scott. Boom, here. This is what you're missing out on by making bad choices. But what the hell are you doing holding those still? That was like my point. Like you just said, why do you still have that? 2 letters or 20 letters, I should have got those letters, right?
Right. I agree.
Was it laziness or
No, that's just his style. That was just his style.
See, I would think that would motivate me to want to get one of those opportunities.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with both of you guys. I mean, it promotes, like he said, and then it motivates. Yeah. Well,
So,
but then again, you know how today's kids are too, though.
well, with kids today, though,
It's crazy.
I mean, they try and emulate what they see with college. I'm happy to announce I'm leaving, Poolsville High School and going to play at Northwest High School for my junior and senior year. Nobody gives a shit about that. Hey, son, save it for when you go to college, okay? Nobody cares about that. I don't care about it. You don't care about you. You don't care. You know what? I don't want to hear that. Act like a high school kid.
That's not until you get to that. Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about
Not
that.
until you get there.
I'll never forget, and here's the last story I'll tell. We had this kid at Watkins Mill when I was coaching. He was my last year coaching there as offense coordinator back in the early 2011, I think it was. He was an outstanding athlete, and I won't drop his name, but I will tell you his last name rhymed with ears. So he went to Towson on his official visit. They had offered him, right? They had offered him. So he comes back that Sunday night. He puts out a tweet about how it was off the chain, all the fun he had and everything. No common sense. The next morning, the coach from Towson calls him up and he says, we're not looking for guys who are coming up here to play games like that. We want you to come up here to play football. So I think we're going to go in another direction.
They rescinded the offer.
Yeah,
Wow.
they rescinded the offer. Yeah. Now, lucky enough, this kid got an offer to go play down in at Myrtle Beach. What the hell's that down there? The Chancellor's.
On the coastal.
Yeah, Coast Carolina.
I know you're talking
And he
about
had
now.
an outstanding career.
He did. He was
That-
very good.
That kid was one of the best athletes I've
Yes.
ever coached.
Yes, I know you're talking about now.
When I game planned with him, I put him everywhere on the field. Everywhere. Like I had him at slot. I had him at quarterback for some place. I had him wide out. Like everything I did, I game planned with him because they couldn't stop him wherever he was.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a shame that happened to him. But I guess it all worked out.
It did.
Life lesson.
Yeah,
Listen.
and you know what? I ran into him at a hockey game a couple years ago, and it was awesome to see him. He came up, gave me a giant hug, and he just grown up so much.
Yeah.
He just grown up so much, and that happens. That happens. Wow. So, NCAA guys, there was some football going on opening weekend. You talked about the Pitt game and DeAndre. They couldn't play him. He had 2 tackles, 1 for a tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
I guess that 30 pounds he lost.
Yeah.
And in that changing that diet, I mean, that made a huge difference. The kid is legit.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Yes,
Wow.
What other games do you like this weekend?
I mean,
How can you not say Colorado, TCU?
100%.
That was just like
Yeah.
just back and forth.
Yeah.
It was a slugfest. It was like watching a heavyweight fight, and there was no defense, but it was
They're preparing for the Big
it was
12.
fun as hell to watch. It was so fun to watch.
They were so talented.
And their
I
wide
know the
receiver,
story
defensive
about
back
Yes.
for Colorado played
Storyline.
120 snaps.
Oh yeah, Travis.
Travis Hunter.
Hunter. Oh man, that's insane.
Can you imagine that?
And they interviewed him. They said, "You got to be tired." He's, nope, I'm ready to go some more. It's like,
Yeah, he was.
Or I wrote down the
He's
stats.
still in the. He's
He
still
had
in the
100 yards
draft.
receiving,
11
one
receptions,
intercept.
119.
He missed 2. He could have had intercepts.
Oh my God, the other one right in his hand.
Yeah.
He jumped that route.
Yes, he did.
Unbelievable.
Yes, he did.
That
Yes.
kid is an amazing corner.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was
He
good.
came from Jackson State with him.
He was number 1 recruit in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
He
kid?
committed
from
to Florida
3 years
State
ago?
and then changed his mind and went to Jackson
That's
State.
like 3 years ago.
And
right?
then he just kept following
Yeah.
Prime up to the college.
Oh yeah, he was
He
number 1
reminds you
recruit.
of Prime when you watch him though.
He was number 1 recruit in the country.
How about that? I was impressed with his
Listen,
with what's his name? Shamor?
Shador.
Shador.
Yes.
I was impressed with him.
Yes.
Over 500 yards, 4
Patient.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice touch on
Good
the ball.
choices and good choices. Yeah.
Humble kid too.
He could
Yeah,
get us. I
you
was
see his
real
interviews?
impressed with. It's
He
hard to
could get
believe
out-
he's that humble when his prime time's his dad.
I know.
He
He-
get out
There's
of the
nothing.
pocket.
There's nothing humble
Yeah.
about prime
he
time.
must think after mom.
He get out of the pocket, eyes downfield,
Yeah.
nice touch.
Yeah.
But Prime said, "We keep him receipts. Don't worry about it. They keep him receipts." That was real. That was
I
good.
think he.
Which I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Well,
I was one of those guys. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I was one of those guys. But
he can motivate the hell out of
that's what it is.
And that's
He's a
what they
motivator. He's a master motivator. I don't know if you put him on the board when he'd show you, but I'll tell you what.
Yes, exactly.
If you're a motivator, you get the most out of your guys.
But I think he surrounded himself with great coaches though.
he did.
Probably.
Yeah, I was
did.
watching
Remember
something
Alabama.
before.
He
I
did.
think I was watching something this week. Mike Arvin was up there, so he's got connections and he's bringing those guys
He
in,
did, yeah.
and he's getting them on board. They're all on the same page. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Two-
They'll run through a brick wall for him.
2 recruiting classes. This is gonna be trouble.
So talk about a well-coached team. Guess how many penalties they had? A little more than that. They only had 6.
That was.
They only had 6 for
It
the
was
whole
him in the second half.
Only had 6
First half,
penalties
they
the
didn't have
entire
any.
game. That's a clean play game. That's
No,
impressive.
the 6
That
penalties:
takes discipline.
motion, offside.
Well, you know, one of them was
They had,
the personal foul. Those 2 guys were pushing each other.
Yeah.
So that's one of them.
The quarterback,
Definitely
one
no
shoved the
offsides.
quarterback.
Yep.
That was one, but
He
that
had
was
roughing the
iffy.
passer.
Yeah, that was iffy.
Yeah, I mean they played a clean game.
They did.
You look at teams that are sloppy like that. Like I'm sad to say that South Carolina game. Like those
Yeah.
guys look disorganized. They went out on goal line defense. They put 13 guys on the field. They had 13, not 12, 13.
That's
coaching
JV stuff. That's
That's
JV
coaching
stuff.
too.
Right there.
Yeah,
Because you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
know.
coaching.
You gotta know, like, hey, Mark, we play the same position. Why are you out here?
Yeah. Don't you replace me?
yeah.
Just move over a little.
They didn't even
Just
do
move over a
anything
little.
wrong. They all did something too.
Stop
They
down,
stopped
they
it. It wasn't like
Did they stop him?
They blew
Oh.
they didn't stop for me. They scored a touchdown.
Stop down. They won't see you.
They still scored a touchdown. It was on goal line. Goal line.
Wow.
With 13 guys.
Yeah, that 13 guys still couldn't stop. It was just a zone.
Derek May's legit though. I think Derek May's legit.
I like him.
I do too.
He's good.
That's the second quarterback in a row North Carolina has put on the field with an offense
Yeah.
and some pieces
They had a
around.
great class too, though. Recruiting class, but yeah.
I mean, how's
Mac
this?
Brown.
He's
How
going to
is
be in
the
the,
same
he's gonna
way?
be in the running. I think May will be in the running,
I
right?
hope so.
I think
I hope so.
in watching a lot of these games, I could probably speak for myself when I say I'm the only one who bets on these games, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and then you
I-
see Alabama,
I bet that I can watch them.
and you see Alabama versus like Radiance College, and you're saying, man, they're gonna win by 50, and then you bet that, and then they don't. I guess everybody has to get into it, I guess. But yeah, it was,
Well, it took Pitt a little bit yesterday.
it did.
It was
It
only
took
14.
Bama a lot of.
Did they cover? They could cover.
Yeah.
It took
Yeah.
Bama a lot some time.
Yeah.
Even with USC last week and this week, I was like, man, come on, man. But yeah, I guess everybody got
By
a
the
gel.
third week, by the third week,
It should
usually,
be running smooth.
by the third week, things are usually going pretty good. I watched South Alabama beat Baylor last night. Wow. Or was it South Alabama?
It was somebody. I was shocked.
Beat who?
Oh no, South Texas State.
Okay.
South Texas, Texas State.
Texas.
Texas State.
Oh
That's what it was.
yes, they got
Yeah.
the weird
Oh,
colors.
Are they green?
Nice looking quarterback there.
They got these weird brownish colors.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
They're like them cookies.
The big thing that they said, the big thing that was said in that game at the end of the game was that
Wow, Baylor.
the NIL has changed programs like Texas State. The
Yeah.
NIL has changed programs like Texas State because they can compete with the big dogs. It just takes a few rich alumni that say, we'll throw some money the direction of some of these guys if you can get them in here,
Yeah.
and they make it happen. It was really interesting. The guy from Baylor was a freaking train wreck leaving the field. He wasn't crying like that one dude, but
Yeah.
you could see he was pretty distraught.
Head coach.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Browse still?
Huh?
Is it still Browns?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of the NIL, I was reading something about I guess as a freshman, y'all come in on the same. It was like everybody gets the same amount, but if you do better, you get more money.
So they're tiering it.
That's like everywhere. I don't want to say any names, but one of the kids, he committed to Penn State. He was in the paper yesterday, and he said, he had offers everywhere he went. Had the same similar deals. Like you come in as a freshman, you'll get I think he said it was like five figures. Yeah, 5 figures, bro. And and as you get older and you do more, you get more money, and there's a chance that you can get other NIL deals. But all in all, you're still all in all, you're still getting some money. It should show up.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should get money, and I think it should be like that incentive.
And it should be like that going into the NFL in my mind too.
I agree with that
because
it's too much.
We got guys who are still on their rookie contract. They have 2 years left, and they want a new contract. I understand. You are great, but incentivize it to keep them keep them there, and then renegotiate. You know what I mean? Because what happens? But they get hurt.
How about a guy like Desmond King, who the Steelers just signed? He had a 75. He had a 75 grade last year. He was a top 20 corner in the NFL last year, and he got cut by the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Cut.
Wow.
A top 20 corner. Top 20 corner.
What was up with that?
Yeah. And the Steelers signed him for pittance because he's got to get all that guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Right. I just. Those older guys get screwed at the end of the day, too. I mean, the younger guys end up getting all that money because they want to keep younger guys.
And that's funny because that's opposite of baseball. The younger guys ain't getting jack, and the older guys are getting
That's
more.
because there's no salary cap in baseball.
And
wow.
That's because there's no salary
complete
cap.
opposite.
What the hell's the good of having a luxury tax when a team like the Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Cubs, they can all go out and spend millions and pay the luxury tax? It doesn't matter to them.
Right.
I read an article that said that the NIL the way it would affect down the road is like a guy like Caleb Williams. If he didn't like who he's going to get drafted by, could stay another year, come back, make $2 or $3 million.
Yeah.
And then
is he only a sophomore or junior this year?
He's a junior this year. He played at Oklahoma.
But everybody gets a COVID year, right?
But I didn't know if he took advantage.
Doesn't he have 2 more years
Did he
left?
redshirt himself?
Yeah, 2 years left.
Yeah. He's coming out.
I mean, he should.
He'll be out.
But what if he doesn't want to go?
I agree with you.
Where's he going to end
Out
up?
in LA, I mean, he's probably getting all kinds of good money.
Cardinals.
You think?
Yeah, Cardinals.
They're getting rid of
What are they going to
Murray,
do? Yeah, what are they going to do with all
Murray's getting
money?
rid of himself.
What if you?
I would have never drafted that dude. I said that from the
I would
beginning.
have given him that money. I don't know about drafting him, but I would never give him that kind of money.
He's going to go play for baseball. Didn't he get a contract baseball?
He should. Yeah, he should.
Yeah, but he's not Russ Wilson.
Nah.
At least Russ Wilson did something with his pro career, as well as, I don't know. I think it's all a little bit crazy. You guys watched Penn State last night?
Yes, I like that
A little bit.
Drew Allard?
I like the running back.
I like those guys too. And I hate Penn State.
I'm not a Penn State fan.
I'm not either.
I got to tell you,
But I'm honest.
I don't dislike Penn State. I don't like Franklin.
Okay.
I don't like Franklin. I think he's a snake oil salesman.
Ooh,
And, he's a good recruiter. But, Mike, what's he like when he comes to Northwest?
Like car salesman.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
good way to
I
say
mean,
it.
He's
he comes or
arrogant.
Terry
and
Smith comes.
He's arrogant,
He's
and
been
it's what
by
he
some-
did.
Well,
for
Terry,
the
we
program.
had guys.
Terry or
No,
Franklin. Okay.
Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah, he's arrogant. It's what he does for the program. It's not what the program can do for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
It's a
He's
pretty much-
positive though. He's like high energy and all that.
Yeah.
So it's all how you interpret
Is he
it.
a big man?
Oh, he's like 62, 63.
Yeah, he's not that bad.
He's supposed to go up there this year. Check out Michigan.
What he needs
Ooh, that'd be a good game.
to do is retain his coordinators.
Yeah.
That should be big
Probably
for
pretty
him.
damn hard to do. If they're doing well, they're
Yes,
You know,
here's-
he should-
it's not much
yeah.
you can do.
I know your shit.
If he could do that, it would help him a lot more.
That's what when Saban came by Northwest, that
Yeah.
was this big thing. He talked about just how hard it was for him just to retain his coaches because everybody wanted to hire him. He did get this great staff, and then 6 guys would get hired. For promotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's kind of like the NIL.
gotta bring the old guys in, Urban Meyer and all them guys.
Yeah, you don't want Urban Meyer anywhere near your program.
No.
Come on, Herb.
No. I don't think so.
Well, I think next week's games, we'll see a notch up in college.
I hope so.
We'll start seeing a notch up in
Yeah, I
college
hope so.
next week after.
Well, I guess there's a lot of vanilla too, huh?
Well, you know, part of it too is they don't scrimmage. They don't have
Right, no
exhibition
preseason.
games.
Yeah,
So
that's what they were
I
saying.
get why they play a cupcake if they can to start with.
Right.
It works for it's a win-win because the other team makes a lot of money.
Yeah, they make a boatload.
They get paid to come and get,
You know,
get
a couple million, 5 million, some of them.
Mm.
You know, they don't care if they get blown out. They know they're getting cash in their pocket.
Exactly.
And you
Helps
can't
to pay the
blame them.
bills.
Helps the science lab.
One game I watched Thursday night, I think it was St. Francis and Western Michigan, which was a pretty interesting game. That's at FBS level stuff. That was a pretty good game. Those teams played well. You could tell the drop off in talent wise, but they were pretty equal. And I only say that because St. Francis, when I think of St. Francis, I think of a small Division I school.
Yes,
And
yes,
Western Michigan's pretty big in
Aren't
contrast to
Aren't
them.
they in the MAC?
St. Francis and
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
Huh?
MAC's
Yeah.
Division
Pennsylvania?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, St.
Division One
Francis,
versus FCS.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
FCS versus
Yeah.
Division One.
that's the NEAC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, I can't.
I got rid of DirecTV. I got rid of cable. We don't have anything like that. So I paid to get it on ESPN Plus. We're gonna have to have a conversation about also because I couldn't watch the Utah game the other night. I had to just kind of follow the highlights.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. We're gonna have that conversation at home. If you're listening, honey, we gotta have that conversation because I'm missing good football.
What does she want to pay a month?
Early birthday present.
What does she want to pay a month? Give me a number. Let me hear this number.
$30.
I think I can get you covered.
All right, it's on. You heard it.
The man.
Back
Right here.
door.
You heard it.
Back
You
door
know,
system.
I mean, I could
Isn't
have got the pick game yesterday and everything if I was home, but those like ABC games and stuff, I'm not going to get because we don't get those channels,
Mm.
and that's where the big time stuff is.
We'll talk.
Okay, all right.
Cover, you hear this?
Let's talk a little NFL, guys. We're talking football. We talk a little high school,
High school.
little college.
College.
Let's go to the NFL. Surprise cuts. Anybody see any surprise cuts?
I got one.
Who?
Colt McCoy from the Arizona Cardinals.
Ah. How about Josh Dobbs being their quarterback?
Just don't
How about-
understand.
How about they're trying to be the number one pick?
That's what I'm saying, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's a little shady right there.
Yeah.
Colt
Dobbs-
McCoy's not a bad quarterback.
No.
He's not.
No,
Well, neither is Josh Dobbs.
no.
Colt McCoy's definitely a classic up that play, don't you think?
A whole class? I don't know about that.
Dobbs.
And Dobbs?
Not a whole
Dobbs
class.
that good?
Not a whole class.
Dobbs has done a nice job. He's
He's a
done a nice
rocket
job.
scientist.
He did a good job in Tennessee when he filled in. He did better than Tannehill.
All right. Well, maybe that was a good
You know,
decision then.
um,
I was just surprised.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would have liked to have seen him be the number 3 and let Mason walk this year. Actually, let me go one step further. If the Steelers would have decided to get rid of Trubisky and put Dobbs at number 2, I'd have been fine with that.
Okay.
Charlie Batchest.
That says a
You
lot.
know, that's what I want. I want a guy like that.
Mhm.
You know, can Trubisky carry you for a couple games? Yeah, probably. Can Mason? Yeah, probably. But you know, Dobbs, I was comfortable with. He knows the system and he's smart. He's a good decision maker, I feel. So, other cut downs that you were surprised at?
I'm not. I don't know. I think they traded for him. The Cowboys got Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Was that a
Another
trade?
Yeah.
But to me,
Same idea.
to me, that's a cut for San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
I know he didn't produce much, but it's going to be interesting because you know Dak's injury prone, or he's out there.
He said.
It's going to be interesting if he has to go in and take over for a couple weeks.
He's in the backup. I thought the other guy was number 2.
Yeah, Cooper Rush,
What did they trade him? 4th round?
third. A third.
Wow.
Third.
I know he's backup, but I think they might want to see what Trey Lance.
You guys think this Trey Lance is just too young right now?
He hasn't had enough-
Inexperience. I don't think he had a lot of experience in college.
I don't think he fit what Shanahan wanted him to do.
Got you.
Well, I feel like Shanahan adapts his offense to his quarterbacks. He's a really smart
He's
coach.
he's a good.
He is.
He's really
Trey,
good.
Trey Lance played Division FBS.
FCS,
So,
he's
you know,
FCS.
or FCS. I mean,
Ah,
with South Dakota, he started 1 year there. If I
to
remember
me,
correctly,
if Shanahan doesn't want you, I see that as kind of alarming.
they gave up 3 number 1s for him.
Yeah, I see that as
3 number
that's
1s.
not a good sign.
Wow.
I was surprised. Let's see some names. I was disappointed to see Jared Patterson go from the Commanders. And the kid from Pilati,
Yeah,
little running back.
yeah.
Yeah, they cut him. Colts. I was surprised the Colts cut Darius Rush. He's the corner from South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
He was highly rated going in. He was a 5th-round pick. I thought he was going to go higher than 5th round, but went in the 5th round. I was surprised. And they said he actually played decent in preseason. I don't know what. Maybe just didn't like him. I don't know.
I told y'all Taylor was going to still be with the Colts too. I said that in your
That was
ass.
a good call. That was a good call.
They haven't
It's just,
signed
nothing
him
they can
though
do.
yet either.
right, but I mean, you said
Is he going to play?
today. He's with the Colts.
Is he going to play though?
No, he's on pup. That's 4
Yeah,
games out.
That's 4 weeks right there.
So, would you trade for him?
Me?
Yeah.
Not a first
He's
round
24 years old now.
pick. Not a first round pick.
There you go.
I would never give them a first.
That's what they want.
They want a first round.
Well, in the
first
league
round.
today, you don't have to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Right.
I
The
mean,
running backs are. I mean, listen. You're going to find running backs who are a step above. Of course, you might have 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But the rest, you can find a running back, man. You can find a running back.
do you believe the hype around Najee Harris and Jalen Warren?
What's the hype?
The hype is if Najee can't get it done as number one,
Oh yeah,
they won't
Yes.
sign him.
that's foregone. He can come back on the same money. He's like Terrell Edmonds. Oh, the one we had is his name Terrell. Which one do we have?
Yeah, Terrell.
Trey?
Yeah, he's like that. He can come back on the same to similar money. You're not getting a big bonus. You're not doing anything, bro. We're gonna see if it's the line or if it's him. We're gonna find out this year.
Well, I think we talked about this last show, but you know, I don't buy in all the hype of running backs needing all that money. You know, those guys want $15 million a year to play running back. The game is not centered around a running game anymore.
It's not.
It's
It's
just
not.
not. It's not a
I
running.
agree.
Will it go full circle 10 years
And-
from now? We might be sitting here talking. It might be all about running backs.
It might come back.
But not 3-down back type situation. It's the back who's versatile.
Yep.
He can
Yeah.
split out wide. He
Right.
can block
Tackler.
and run.
See,
Yeah.
but Najee can do all that.
He can. He
He
definitely
can
can.
do all that.
He
There's
got
no
the
doubt in
hands.
my
He got the
mind.
moves.
He can.
Yeah. He can pick someone up.
But
Pick
we're
up
gonna
a back.
find out if it's that offensive line. We improved it.
I think he played hurt last year.
Okay.
Is the problem. I think he played hurt. He didn't want to admit it. And I think he had a Liz Frank injury or something.
Ooh, that stuff.
Yeah, and I think he played through it without admitting where the pain was.
Okay.
I think you're going to see a different guy
All
this
right.
year.
All right.
He
I hope
keeps,
so.
he keeps a lot to himself.
I'm rooting for him.
He does
Me
not
too.
put
I'm
his
definitely rooting for
I
him.
like the kid.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah,
he
kid.
doesn't put his comments out there. Yeah.
I just know Warren. Ooh, man.
I like the kid. There were no other real surprises. Like
No.
I didn't look at anybody else's roster and go, "Wow, I can't believe that
Right.
guy's going." I told you Desmond King kind of surprised me with Houston.
Bradley Roby, Saints. He was another one.
Oh,
Another
was
corner. Yeah, another corner. I thought we was going to grab him. I said, man, we should grab this guy. But yeah.
It wasn't really a surprise that this guy left, but New England let one of their backup
Bailey's
quarterbacks,
out.
and they only got 2 on the roster, which I thought was
I
surprising.
thought they brought him back to practice.
Did they bring him back?
Put him on the practice squad.
Okay,
Zach
so-
and coming in.
Okay, so you can carry Malik Cunningham.
I think
Yeah.
they brought them both back.
You can carry 15 guys now in your practice squad, and you can dress 5 of those guys, I believe it is, for game day. If you dress them for game day, they have to clear some kind of waiver to go back to the practice squad for the next week. And during that waiver period, they can be plucked by another team. That's how you lose guys. You can only protect
Both.
those guys.
Zap and Cunningham were brought back on practice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the whole expanding that taxi squad thing, that practice squad, has really changed the dynamic. I was looking at some of the teams and some of the guys that they actually put on their practice squad. Some of them are veteran guys, 6 years in the league,
Yeah.
7 years in the league.
Who, the Pats?
All these teams.
Yeah, Ty Montgomery. I just seen Ty Montgomery on it. I was like, whoa, Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, a lot of teams are bringing back those veteran guys. They're still paying them a decent buck to be on there. They still know they have an opportunity to play. So, I think that's actually changed the focus of the way they're approaching their cuts today. Matt, let's get into this a little bit. Let's get into division winners. Let's talk about some division winners. Let's start with. I think we talked about the AFC East. Okay, Buffalo, they've been the favorite the last few years, but the Jets, Miami with the healthy Tua,
Jags.
yeah.
I mean, you count New England now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That might be the best division, you're saying?
No.
No.
North is by far
No.
the best division.
But who do you see, Rasheen? Who's winning East?
Man. I probably would go with the Bills today because based on what they've done in the last few, not even a couple, even more than a few years. Yeah, Jets are close to it. They're not too far off. I mean, you add a guy like Aaron Rodgers to a team that's already talented on the defensive side of the ball.
They got 3 running backs.
Yeah.
And they added some
Good
receivers. For him.
Yeah,
Comes down to staying healthy.
Yeah.
The thing with the Bills, and I would agree with you. The only thing is with the wide receiver wanting out of there.
I'm hearing that's not true, but I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe with that.
Yeah,
Some people are saying that. I forget who told me that. Who told me?
Is
don't
it
believe
true?
that?
Is it? But
Who told me that?
is that going to cause problems in the locker room? Is that going to cause problems on the field? I ain't getting my balls. I want my ball. You know,
A la,
There's clearly
a
an
la,
issue.
a la Brown.
throw me the damn ball.
Last year there was clearly an issue in the playoff.
When he was on the sideline
Yeah,
doing this,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But you don't
right
do
in
that
his
kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
just crazy. Man.
Yeah.
Then he's
That's
about
crazy,
him.
man.
He's
That's
about him.
crazy.
If he's about him, you move on.
That's
from him.
crazy. I agree.
You
So
know, you move
if,
on
if
from
I
that
agree.
if
That's
that
crazy.
if that spawns a new head, creates a new animal up there,
Yeah, that's
I would
crazy.
go with New York.
Yeah.
Mike, who do you think?
I have the Bills, but I mean, it could be any one of those teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had to put money on that, put the Bills.
I don't think Tua makes it through half a season.
I don't.
I'm worried about that
I
young man.
don't either.
I
I'm
am
really worried about
yeah.
that.
I don't think
That
he
scared
makes
the
it through half
crap
a
out of
season.
me when I
I
saw
don't
him.
want it to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like us coming out of the Mosey Inn.
Yeah.
That was bad. he was bad. He was
I
like,
used to stumble like that to my car.
holy shit.
And have to help me out.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That was the thing. Mosey Inn stagger out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was staggering.
Yeah. Mosey and
That's
Sarah.
funny.
Hey, how about the South? How about the South? You got the Texans. You got Indy. You got Jacksonville.
Ooh.
And Houston.
And you, yeah, I said the
No,
Texans.
No. Yeah. Give me all four. Give me all four.
Texans,
Sad.
Jacksonville,
Oh, be good.
Indianapolis,
Sad.
and Tennessee.
That's it. Oh, wow. It's got to be
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville's
Tennessee.
going to be.
They're on the
They're
rise.
going to go to a
Colts.
second round of playoffs.
All those defensive guys they drafted are all going to be better.
Yep. Yeah. Plus, I think Trevor Lawrence is a real deal.
Yeah, they have some really good talent.
Yes,
He's
they do.
very good under
Etienne.
Peterson.
Yeah.
You know, only thing he did good under Urban Meyer was pick good strip clubs.
Urban Meyer. That guy.
He picked good strip clubs. Let's go west before we go north.
Teams, go.
Go West.
So you've got the Chargers, you've got the Raiders,
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs.
you got the
Ooh.
Chiefs,
And
and
the
then you've got the Broncos.
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
I flip flop the Raiders and Broncos.
I don't know why I have this gut feeling this is going to be the Chargers here.
Woo!
I think they're going to stay healthy.
I hope so.
They had so many injuries last. They're like,
I
if
hope
you
so.
put their roster against any other team, they're right there. Like as far as talent goes,
Yeah,
they really are. They're very.
I
very
love
talented
Justin
roster.
Herbert. You don't got to sell me.
And they added those.
Eckler's legit.
They added those 2 kids from TCU, not just Johnson, but the other kid. I can't think of his name. Little guy. That kid's explosive.
Who's Vaughn? No.
Is he Kelvin? Is he
Just
Kelvin
Vaughn
Austin? Like,
Yes, he's super explosive. He had a punt return for a touchdown in the preseason.
Yeah.
He's going to have like a few of those plays a game where he's just going to be like, whoa.
Can they get over top of the Chiefs?
That's the question. And it comes down to somehow stopping Mahomes when it counts.
I hate him.
He's so good.
how could you hate him?
I don't hate him.
Because he does this. I don't hate him. I just he's running left and he does the little sidearm right. Just wanted to crush him.
If you watch that
He's
quarterback-
James Harrison, come out of retirement.
I
Come
fell in
back,
love with
come
the
back to the
player.
huddle. Watch us this. Come back to the huddle. Come back to the huddle.
Watching him on
Oh.
that NFL, that thing on
Quarterback,
Netflix,
quarterback.
I fell in love with that kid, man. I think he's just a fun kid.
How
Man.
about Peyton Manning doing that in the show? I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That show is
Yeah,
one of the
I
best
think
things I've
Mahomes
seen.
is just a cool kid.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yes,
I like him.
him a lot.
He seems like a dude who would sit here and talk and drink with us.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
just add something to what we're doing.
Didn't he get drafted by wasn't Oakland? Then he could have gone and played baseball too, right?
Mahomes.
Yes.
I believe his dad was.
His dad
Well,
played
his
for
dad
the
was
Pirates.
He played for the Pirates,
But I
poor
thought
man.
Mahomes he got
Yeah,
drafted.
poor
man.
Patrick. His dad played for the Pirates?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Indians, right?
He started out in Minnesota and he bounced around a little bit. He played with the Pirates.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wasn't he
Patrick
a
Mahomes.
pitcher?
Yes. No. Yes.
His dad was a hell of a pitcher. I'm trying to think of his
You
name.
know what I
now.
loved about that episode? That whole thing was that episode where they showed him working out
Yeah,
with his trainer.
worked his ass off.
I
How
mean,
about
that
when he
was-
got hurt and then he still went in
Yes.
and worked?
Yes.
You know,
You gotta love that, man.
I didn't do this, did I?
and he'd do. Mike, he'd say,
I can look him up.
I can't do that. The trainer would say, yeah, you can. He'd still do it. You know, I think they paint his girl in a bad picture too.
Why?
They do.
They
They
paint
make
a
her
bad
look
picture of her.
ditzy or something.
She's a young girl, man.
Oh.
She's like,
I didn't watch that.
she is all about. She's competitive.
Super supportive though.
She's competitive.
How about she owns soccer? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she was very competitive. I really liked that. I liked Mariota. I really liked Kirk Cousins too.
Were you shocked at Mariota though at the end how that ended?
Yeah, I didn't realize he just walked away.
I didn't either.
I
What
did
was
not
that?
realize
That was-
Mariota walked away. If you haven't
Speaking
seen
of Kirk
quarterbacks
Cousins.
on the Netflix, you guys, you
gotta
gotta
watch.
check that out.
That's must watch.
It's a really good. You will definitely fall in love with those 3 quarterbacks as human beings.
Somebody
Yeah.
took Kirk Cousins.
You know, as human beings.
Yeah, I really I was surprised. I like even Captain Kirk on that.
Kirk was a really cool guy.
Yeah,
He was a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Very religious.
What do you think would have happened if he stayed in D.C.?
He probably wouldn't be as good as he is.
Very religious.
You got to have weapons.
I just think the whole organization is dysfunctional the last 20-some years. Ever since Snyder took over, it's been dysfunctional.
It should make a change.
It's been 25 because that's how long we've been here.
I'm trying to dig up dirt on.
As soon as we moved here,
Yeah.
he took over. 25 years.
I'm trying to dig up dirt on Nutting so I can get him the hell out of Pittsburgh with baseball. So, yeah, I'm coming for you, Nutting.
That ain't gonna happen.
I know. The North.
I know who you guys are all picking.
Let's see. Hey, the way that they played that last preseason game,
Listen,
I can't say otherwise.
because the Bengals have been doing it, I got to go with the Bengals.
Really?
Yeah.
No team in the AFC North since it's been formed has won it 3 years in a row.
Oh,
I'm gonna pick a surprise. I think the Ravens are gonna surprise me.
I would pick
Till week-
Ravens.
Till week
Ravens,
6 when
Bengals,
Lamar gets
Steelers.
hurt.
Lamar's got to stay healthy.
They were just saying that on the They said he's gonna play 12 games. They said the over is 12, under is 12. He ain't gonna make it.
He won't. He won't.
The under's 12 games he'll play.
I truly love that kid too. I think he is a
Listen.
superior athlete.
I can go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. First place. I could.
I thought you said Bengals first.
I'm just saying I could go with any one of them.
Let's go the whole way to the other side of that though. How many of you guys think that Cleveland is just overhyped year after year after year?
Every year.
Who's hyping them right now? They suck.
The whole
They
everybody.
do.
You're talking about their O-line being the best O-line.
I can go with that.
I can't see how they can compare Myles Garrett to T.J. Watt.
He's, I think,
Number-wise-
second in the
Yes.
second to get
Number wise, he's only 3 sacks off.
Defensive player of the year.
TJ.
Yeah, but he's a defensive end.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
never
They're
has
two
to
different-
drop into coverage.
Oh well, yeah.
TJ drops into coverage. He has to drop into coverage sometimes. He's multi-purpose in his spot.
I
Myles
agree.
Garrett is
Oh
not.
well, yeah. You show that with that. They play 2 different spots.
Yeah,
I
I
agree
mean,
with that.
you can't do that. They're talking about Micah Parsons. Well, they run a 4-front in Dallas. You can't compare TJ Watt to these guys. If you want to talk edge and you want to talk rusher, I don't think any of those guys are at the same level.
Who else plays that defense like that? That you could compare him to? I just realized that.
that 3-4?
Yeah.
Not many. I don't know if
Whitney
anybody else
Merciless?
is.
Don't the Ravens play a 3-4?
No,
Whitney
Hey,
Merciless?
Hey, how long has Tomlin been coaching?
16 years.
Didn't he say he wanted to get out of the 3-4?
10 years
First,
ago. 10
his
years
first year in? Or
Yeah,
second
10 years
year?
ago.
They don't do a lot of 3-4, do they, Mark?
Yeah, they do. They just
Oh.
3-4, but
walk
they walk up the
They
ends.
walk the ends up. It's really a 52, right, Mike? When you're game planning at 52.
The outside backers are now ends.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But these are stand-up ends that can drop into coverage. Their responsibility is a hell of a lot more than a Myles Garrett. Garrett has to squeeze and he's got contain. I get it, but
That's it.
he's got just a couple of things he has to worry about. Where a guy like T.J. Watt might be dropping into coverage, covering the back out of the backfield, he might have to step out, pick up a tight end.
The curve,
I mean,
run the flat.
it's a little bit different for a guy like that. Yes, I'm homering it, but the facts are the facts.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I'm not a homer.
And you know what? And I will go with you. I could see the Ravens, I could see Cincinnati,
Yeah,
and
and
I
the
could see
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
I see.
I just think Cleveland is a whole level below them. And
Yeah.
I know, Mike, you think Watson is going to come back, but
I'm not a huge fan of Watson.
Never been.
So,
You
did he
I've
do
never
anything in Houston?
No, that was my whole thing.
So what the,
They never. They act like
How
they
did
act like
he
he
get this?
went.
How did he get this contract?
That's what I'm saying. They act like they went from 0-16 to 10-6. That never happened. It was always 6-10 or something.
they
Always.
also have players on
Always.
They also have players on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
The last time he had a winning
Yeah,
season
he
was
was one of the best.
Oh, he had
Andre
what's his name?
Johnson.
Yeah.
he was with
Best in the
Clemson.
league.
He had
That's the last
Hopkins,
time
too.
he's won anything.
He had Hopkins
Yeah,
too.
Hopkins,
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I never understood that. I'm listen. You know me, man. I'm gonna be honest. Listen,
What?
I never understood the hype on Watson. Never did. He was decent in Clemson, and then, like you said, they act like he went from 0-16 to 12-4. Never happened.
Like
I
Manning,
think 8
how
and 8 might have
Manning
been-
turned the Colts around.
there you
That's what
go.
you're saying. Yeah,
There you go. I
exactly.
think 8-8 might have been his best. I think. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know.
He made the playoffs a couple times.
I think he did.
But they have a good defense.
They did.
They were anchored by J.J. Watt,
Yeah.
who was the defensive player of the year.
Jerry Hughes, Whitney Merciless. They had a lot of-
Didn't D'Amico Ryan's play on that defense too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
good
their
second
current head
corner.
coach. Yeah,
Yes.
you know.
They
I
did.
mean, it was different then. And who was the running back? Was what's his name there?
For who?
Arian
Texas?
Foster. Was
Yeah,
Arian
Arian
Foster with him?
Yeah.
Ooh, I
You
forgot
know.
about him.
Yeah, he was a good
He
running back. You know, he had good players around him. He had good receivers around him. Tell me who his best receiver is in Cleveland.
Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Or
No,
Monty
tell me
Cooper.
who his best receiver is. Because I don't think Cooper's the best receiver there.
Barrios? I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
You know,
don't think
maybe
Amari Cooper?
maybe the kid they got from
I know I'm not sold on him either.
Amari Cooper?
Nope.
Why not?
Why so? Why you let him leave?
this is 13.
That's like Antonio. That's like when Antonio Brown at his prime. You say, "Oh well, we're gonna go ahead and let you. We're gonna go ahead and let you go and
This is
or
13.
trade you." No, hell no.
He had his contract was
Yes.
not that unbearable. It was 16, 17, something like that. That's what
I'm just not sold.
Delonte Johnson's making that as a Steeler.
We're talking about Cooper.
Yeah,
I'm not sold on him.
yeah.
You think he's one of those guys who's playing on his strictly talent? And he's not putting out.
I'm saying I ain't picking him. I'm not picking him in the first round of the fantasy
he
draft.
ain't putting out more.
Nobody does.
People picking up. All right.
Nobody picked him.
He's
So,
number 3 guy.
Yeah, one of our department members is a huge Cowboys fan, and he was not upset when he got traded. He said because he said he is very talented. He's a number one, but in Kellen Moore's offense, because Kellen Moore was coordinator then, he didn't feel like Kellen Moore kind of puts his offense in like where he gives a number one 80 targets or 100 targets. Like he spreads the ball out,
Okay.
you know, and so he didn't feel like he fit in with their offense. But he thought he was good. He thought he was a number one.
Yeah, he's
Well,
good.
he's good with the
I'm
Raiders,
not
too.
saying he's not
Yeah.
good. He's
What
in
is
the
this?
NFL.
Year 8?
I mean, yes.
Year 8
That
for him,
speaks for
though?
itself.
Yeah. Yeah, but is he top 10?
No.
No.
I don't think he's top 10, right?
Are you taking him in the first 2 rounds? Is he going to be one of your starting
Fantasy?
receivers?
Fantasy? No.
No,
No,
he's
hopefully.
not one of my. He's might be my flex
And
guy.
definitely not our fantasy draft because we didn't figure it out till the third round.
Right. You know, Watson's still trying to figure that shit
I just
out.
got another team.
He's auto select.
Yeah. You know, he's a flex guy to me, and that's all. After
Yeah,
I watched
late,
Watson
yeah,
a couple
late
of weeks,
flex
and
guy.
I said, you know, because what's the guy's name? Peoples something or other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donovan
Jones.
Peoples Jones.
Yeah.
They got the kid from the Jets, who I think is a pretty good receiver. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, he adds to what they have. Their tight ends are who I think are pretty good for them.
Yeah, that kid. Where's he from? The long name.
I don't know who
He's
they
got
have.
like the crazy.
Yeah,
We didn't pick. Nobody picked him either.
yeah. So I mean,
What team?
I picked Hawkinson first.
Hawkinson.
My
Yeah.
tight ends are Hawkinson and
Hawkinson's a good pick.
I have another one. Oh, Muth. Freiermuth.
Dorian Thompson. Robinson.
And I got Kincaid from Buffalo.
No.
Oh, yeah,
he's
Dalton
a
Kincaid.
Yeah.
He's going to be a go-to this
Yeah.
year. He's going to be a
Kenny
go-to.
Pickett.
Who's the
My team ready.
tight end?
Donovan Peoples Jones.
Tight end?
So North, it's a toss-up. We're just
Toss.
going to say toss-up.
Joku.
Toss-up,
Joku, yeah.
but Cleveland.
How you spell that?
All right.
And
J.
Coop.
Yeah, that
Cool.
African boy.
Where did he go to
Can
college?
Notre Dame.
Miami.
Miami.
Let's go
The
NFC.
Did
U.
he go to Miami?
Who?
The U.
No. NFC.
Yeah, see what?
East?
NFC East. Let's go East first.
Oh man.
Noops.
Yeah, go ahead.
NFC East.
How do you not pick the Eagles?
Right?
Fly, Eagle, fly.
I mean, they didn't lose that much. They did great in the draft. You know, they replaced guys they needed to replace. They look really good.
How about this? So where's Dallas fall in this? Because I think the Giants got better.
I think Dallas might be.
2
I
and
think
3.
would be a wild card. Dallas would be a wild card.
Okay.
It could be better too. Who
You know,
knows?
Tony Pollard's going to have to carry the ball this year. He's going to be the lead guy.
Mhm.
They don't have Zeke anymore.
What's he going to do in New
Pollard's
England?
good
Yeah, Pollard is good.
What's Zeke going to do in New England?
though. Get angry.
It doesn't. Who cares? He's
Last one,
What do
two,
you think? So we
two,
got
3 years?
Skins,
What you got?
Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. I got Eagles,
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
I got Cowboys, 2.
Yep. I agree with that.
Giant.
Danny Dimes.
Listen, that East isn't as bad as people make it to be,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
That's a meat grinder. That East. That
In my opinion.
the East in the
This-
NFC is like the AFC North.
The
in my
Skins,
Yeah.
they Commanders. I'm sorry. Like they beat the teams that people say they're gonna lose to, then they lose to like the Colts.
Yeah.
Like that drives me crazy, even though it's not my team.
Yeah.
I do watch them. I'm not gonna lie, I do watch them because they're usually the 4 o'clock game. But yeah, they lose to the teams they're supposed to beat, and then they beat the team they're supposed to lose to. So it's. I just think it's gonna be different now with new ownership. Though.
I agree.
I'm interested. I'm excited to see
And-
Sam Howell take over the reins.
I like
With-
them in preseason.
With a very good offense coordinator.
Yeah.
How about this?
I love that.
Yes.
I love to have
What's
them have a
exactly?
good coordinator.
If he's not too hard on him, though. Coach.
Oh,
If he's not too hard on him.
What's
I love the enemy.
what's
I like
going to be the record of the team that wins in the East? How about that?
Woo!
10-7.
I mean, we 17 games again.
Yeah, we're
This- I mean,
17.
this year?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna go 12-5.
12-5. Interesting.
But all them other guys are gonna be like that: 10-6, 10-6, 10-6.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
10-7.
10-7,
11-6.
it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. People are sleeping on the Commanders.
They are because they have a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even with Chase.
Yep.
Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with Chase. Did you hear that?
He's hurt again, right?
So yeah, but he had a stinger.
Yeah. What is that? I don't know. Is that when you hit your
Stingers.
shoulder?
You know when you hit your shoulder, your arm goes numb for a half a second,
Yeah, I've never.
and then you go like this, and you go back.
Yeah, I did that.
So
I
look,
played through
he
that.
didn't have a stinger.
I did that teaching the other day.
This is when you were racing the board.
Oh, shit.
And I used my
It was a
left arm.
Promethean. He's got like this.
So I listened to a doctor online. They were talking about it, and he was saying that if this could be like really bad, there might be like some serious nerve damage or
Oh,
something.
my
Like,
gosh.
he might have some big issues. For them to say it's a stinger and then him not be able to play 3 weeks later, it's like there's major issues going on. Wow.
Is this it for this kid?
Maybe there's something spinal. Like
Is it a 4-year contract? He cashes in, and he's coaching down at
Oh,
Paint Branch
wow.
in 2 years.
or DeMatha where he played.
Yeah.
You think? Somebody take a flyer on
He
him.
just, you know what? He just doesn't
Doesn't
seem
seem-
to have the drive.
like he
doesn't
wants
seem
it. Yeah.
interested.
He, you know, I
We
mean,
just said it about somebody
Just
else.
watching him play, like did
Bush.
he played
Yeah.
3 plays or 4 plays?
same-
One play
same
he
draft
made a great
class.
play around the tackle, but the other ones, the first play he got reached, right? He gets reached on just a basic reach play. He got reached and just gave up on it.
He's lighting the ass.
He is,
Yeah.
but he gave up on the play.
Did he lose weight?
He
Because
looks
that
like he
picture you
looks
sent,
weak.
He looks silly.
He looked like
Yeah.
he lost about 30, 40
He
pounds.
doesn't look like he's been
Yeah.
lifting. Like you're getting
Well,
millions
he
of
been
dollars
sniffing.
to lift weights.
Something's up.
Not
I mean, he need to come out here and have some beer with us. I mean, he'll gain some weight.
I mean,
Sheen brought the pizza from
Lido's.
Lido's. We got Royal Farm chicken out here. We got
Royal
chicken.
Farm chicken. That was a good call, bro.
Yeah.
that was.
Love Royal
Great
Farm
stuff.
chicken.
The brats.
That's the best chicken. Noobs made up some
Brats.
some brats. Young, what'd you bring?
Drinking beer, I'm drunk.
Some
Salad.
salads.
Salad, yeah, all
Yeah.
kinds of good stuff.
I made
Chips.
some homemade salsa from my garden.
The only those chips in there, my daughter will eat the whole bag.
That's good.
Yeah. So okay, Eagles in the East. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go West. Let's go West.
This is
Seattle Niners, Zona, who they're foregone conclusion.
Niners and
And
Zona
Rams. Yeah.
Niners, second team,
Seattle.
Seattle,
Yeah.
and Rams and who?
Toss up to see.
Yeah.
Cardinals
Oh,
and
Rams
Rams.
and Cardinals. Yeah, they fight. I'm going Rams Cardinals.
Okay. Is Geno Smith legit though?
What's legit? Dan Marino.
No.
Okay.
No.
Legit is Ken Anderson.
No.
Kenny.
What is legit? You gotta give me a definite. You gotta give me
Okay.
a guy. Who's
Is-
legit?
Okay, is he
He's not.
MC
Is he-
Hammer.
Serviceable.
is he the
Yeah.
Ravens quarterback?
Oh, yeah.
that took him to, was that
Is it Trent Dilfer?
Trent
Oh, he's
Dilfer.
better than Trent.
Yeah, he's better than Trent Dilfer.
Okay.
Better than Trent.
Is
Because
he,
they won a Super Bowl with him, right?
Yeah,
He's Jeff Hostetler.
that's a good comparison.
okay.
He's
Okay,
Jeff
okay,
Hostetler.
okay.
What about Tannehill?
No.
Is he Jeff Hostetler? You're asking me?
I'm saying it's Tannehill. Is he better than Tannehill?
Yeah.
Gino?
Who would you take?
You say
Either
Tannehill's
one.
better than Hostetler?
No,
I think.
Gino.
I don't
like
think
Gino
Tannehill
or
make.
Tannehill.
I don't
I
think
like
Tannehill
Tannehill.
makes
I
it
ain't gonna
through.
lie.
He's not gonna make it through the season.
I think
I think
Gino.
I see Malik
I would
Willis
say
without
Gino.
levies.
Tannehill
So-
can move.
Yeah, but Tannehill seems like an asshole.
He does.
I don't want to play with an asshole, and I don't want to coach one either.
That's why your ex-quarterback in Northwest is Don Rockfield. Sorry.
I think we got a little bit. We got a lot. All of us got a little bit of that in us, right?
No, we're team.
Well,
we're team
no,
first
hey,
guys.
hey, you can play with a chip. You can have a little
We're
thuggery,
team first.
Yeah.
but you need to be team
You're
first.
team first. I don't care how you try to say
Okay.
portray yourself.
You can
Team
say
first.
whatever you want to say, and you can be. But
I would agree with that.
I'm
I
taking
like
care of
Gino.
you guys.
I look. You know what? It appears to me when I watch Gino play, the players he plays with like him.
Yes, I agree with that. I
They
agree
play
with that.
hard for him.
My
agree with
thing is he's going to be 33 this year in the season.
I
So
did
he
draft.
came out of West Virginia, right?
Low
Yeah.
mileage stuff.
And
I
then
did-
where'd he go? And where'd he go? And where'd he go? Now
I
he's-
did
He
draft
came
him.
out with the Jets.
I did draft him in fantasy. He's my quarterback.
Number 2 or number 3?
Oh,
He's number 1
he was in.
Him and King.
He was in New York, and then what's his name took over?
because the top 4 quarterbacks were gone, so I went with who I can grab. Say that again.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Is that when Sanchez took his job?
Wow.
Might have been Sanchez. Yeah.
Butt ball,
Butt ball.
butt fumble, whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
butt fumble.
Wow.
And then he's just been on backups, and then he got his chance, and he did a good job last year. Yeah. I think
Well,
so.
I mean, you think people gonna catch up with him this year? Though? No.
It'll be fun.
He's got a running game.
He's got
Kenneth
Kenneth.
Walker the third.
He's got.
I
Um,
like
He's
Kenny
legit.
Walker.
He's got tape too.
He's legit.
Yeah. He's got some
Sky-
receivers.
Skywalker.
They drafted a receiver, right? Who'd they draft?
Smith and Jigba.
Yes.
They got Metcalf.
Jackson Smith
Metcalf's
and
still
Jigba.
there.
Yeah.
and Lockett.
I wish his brother could play baseball like he plays football.
Oh,
It's
he
not
does.
a Pirates
I
minor
forgot he
system.
played for the Pirates. Yeah.
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 He's a very good AAA player, but he don't get it at the major league level. No. But he's a good guy though. You know, he does a good job. But yeah. All right, so we're going Niners. Niners beat the Steelers week 1. I think that's
No.
the game of the week.
No.
Oh, that's a great game.
That's the
Nope.
game of the week right there.
Yeah,
I think.
Steelers gonna win that.
I think
How
he'll
many?
shock him.
3, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think so too. I know it's a homer pick, but
Nope. That happened last year.
you know,
Play Cincinnati. Pummel him.
you know, one of the things about people
Yeah,
don't realize
he
about
threw
Kenny
3
Pickett,
interceptions.
and I keep hearing a lot of negative stuff about Kenny Pickett.
I'm not hearing. I'm
every
hearing a lot of. He's the breakout guy.
every time somebody says something, he's a breakout guy. I hear a follow up with 10 people saying, "Oh, you're overlooking him." You know, he went 7-2 down the stretch. Everybody's looking at his numbers. Look at his record. He was 7-2 down the stretch. Every drive he led in the preseason. Now, granted, it's preseason. He led them to a touchdown. He never had to punt preseason.
Wow.
The Steelers went 3-0 because
Never
they started out
interception
hard and
either.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
I'm excited.
yeah,
He and Hal, I feel like are on a similar path.
yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm debating on bringing Howe in on my
Yeah.
fantasy.
I like
I agree. I would agree
Sam Howell's gonna have a
100%.
great year.
I agree
I'm
100%.
debating on that.
If we'd have got Howell in Pittsburgh, I'd have been 100% fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have been
I think
100%
they're
fine
very
with it.
similar.
I'm debating on Howe.
Hal's got that arm where you every once in a while he throws one, you're like, whoa, okay. Like
Yeah.
he surprises you.
I
Is he a
think he's
big
not
guy?
too. No,
He
No,
doesn't
he's
seem
not
Kenny
very big.
Pickett big.
Kenny Pickett's
He's
6'3".
about.
I don't
He
know.
ain't too
Good question.
too far behind.
He's pretty close. He
Hey,
runs.
Siri,
He's physical.
how tall is Kenny Pickett?
6'2".
6'3".
6'3".
How tall is Sam Howell? That's
Hey Siri, how tall is Sam Howell? 6'1".
okay.
We need a stat
Yeah.
baby here.
He's thick though.
Yeah.
Like he's well built,
He's thick.
put together.
He's thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because
Interesting.
I'm excited.
Ben was
I'm
what,
excited.
6'4", 6'5"?
Who?
Ben.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
6'4",
he looks every bit. Yeah.
I'm just excited for the football.
6'4",
period.
280.
Yep.
Tonight,
Yeah.
Florida State. Is it Florida
Yes.
State?
Florida State,
LSU.
LSU. I'm looking. That's going
Who
to
you
be a
got?
great
Who
game.
you got, Sizzle?
We're going to be here tonight watching the game.
We'll be still
Be
drinking.
weird.
Come on out.
We'll be right here.
Come on out. We'll
I
be
gotta
in
take my
Hoops.
daughter back to school.
I got LSU.
Who you got?
I'm gonna go Florida State.
I don't know Florida State.
We're going LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, my gut says LSU, but
SEC, man.
I
I
got
just
the
can't do
Bayou.
it.
Florida
I got
State
the
got them
Bayou,
last year.
yeah.
Did they?
Wow.
with the win.
I will say.
Did they play last year? They
I will say
didn't they?
if Pitt's healthy when they play Florida State, I think Pitt can beat them in Pittsburgh.
Florida State has increased their
You're going
talent
with that.
every
Yeah,
year.
I'll be there.
They're
DeAndre,
getting
don't forget
back.
that
They're getting
shit.
back.
What week is that? What month? What day?
So we're going to Steeler game November 2nd against the Tennessee
the
Titans,
1st of November.
and then we're going to
I
the
might
Pitt
be
game.
there for that one.
Then we're going to the Pitt game Saturday.
Is that what we're doing the show? All right.
We can do it up there. Y'all want to go?
I might be.
You know, DeAndre will set it up.
Yeah. 0. I like that. No nonsense. Next.
That's what he said. The South.
South Sucks.
So I
NFC
heard.
South.
I did hear a tidbit. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
The South
Who's
does.
NFC South?
Saints,
Saints,
we got
Bucks,
the Saints,
Atlanta.
Panthers.
Atlanta.
Panthers and Falcons.
Oh.
Saints.
Saints, Bucks,
Panthers.
Falcons, and
Panthers.
Panthers.
No way, it's the Panthers.
I think the Saints win it.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
I think the Saints.
Oh yeah, you got Carr
That's
over there.
terrible.
Carr's gonna.
Carr's going to do
I
work.
don't say I'm not saying he's gonna resurrect the team, but he's gonna do better than what they did.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah,
'Cause they-
He was good with the Raiders.
Yeah, they
and he
didn't
has a
have
better
much-
coach now, right? Is it
Yes.
what's in there?
Yeah.
Who's their coach?
Saints.
Nah.
You serious?
They see.
Who?
I thought he had somebody that came back.
Let's go back to the
Saints.
series part of the show today, y'all. Hey, Siri. Who's the head coach? Hey, Siri.
They got me straight.
Who's the head coach of the New Orleans
It's too much
Saints?
for me.
Daydream.
Dennis Allen.
That's who it. Oh, I'm thinking the guy at the Broncos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he went from the Saints to the Broncos.
Yes.
I
Dennis
still
Allen. Oh yeah, no. Derek Carr's gonna shit the bed.
No,
You think?
I like Dennis Allen.
He'll be all right.
Where did he coach at?
He was from Minnesota.
Yeah. He sucks too.
Yeah. All right, East, West, South, North,
North.
Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, and come on, y'all, Detroit.
Detroit.
That's a hell of a division.
I'm going
right
with
there.
the Trois.
I've seen people pick Detroit.
I'm going with the
It's
Trois.
a popular pick.
Chicago, no. The Vikings D is bad.
But Fields is going to be great this year.
He is.
That's what everybody says.
My son said to me, because I have a fantasy draft tonight, Dad, make sure you get Fields. I said,
Oh,
he might be
Vincent.
my fourth quarterback after
What?
I draft three other guys. I think Fields is overrated as
Well,
hell.
have him ranked like.
But
top
for
five.
fantasy, he's good
They have him top 5.
because he runs.
Well,
It
he's
ain't what you do in fantasy. It's what you
that's
do.
true. He's just scrambling to get the hell away from it.
It ain't what you do
It
in
ain't what
fantasy.
you do, it's what you
It's
do.
what you do.
I think I'm in the sun too much. Has nothing to do with the 3 beers I had.
Picked the wrong
What
spot.
the hell did he do? What
And
the
that
hell?
one's like 8.4 or something.
Yeah.
9 points
Holy
It ain't what you do in fantasy. It's what you do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Preach,
Yeah.
preach.
That's why Lamar's a good pick the first
That's
time.
what I'm saying. He runs. It's what that is. That's what it's about. It's not what you do.
So who is it though? Detroit?
I got the 12.
Who's
I'm
the
going with the
12?
Vikings.
Detroit?
Detroit.
I could see Detroit winning.
I like.
Vikings D is bad.
They've gotten better
I think
every
I
year.
said this before. I love their coach.
Yeah.
Detroit's coach. I
Jeff
I
Campbell.
would run through a brick wall for that guy.
Yeah.
He's Kyle Russ.
I don't know if you could do that. But yeah.
Jameer Gibbs could be good this
What?
year too.
Yeah, he is.
I got him
he had a
on
good
fantasy.
preseason.
Good. That's great.
I
I picked
have
him in
too.
fantasy first round.
Great pick.
And the thing with Minnesota though is they
Their
won
defense.
like so many games by like a point. Or like,
Doesn't matter.
I know.
What's it say in the win-loss column?
Their
But-
defense
But
stinks.
what
though.
it says is they didn't do shit in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and
their
I-
defense is bad.
And I don't think, yeah.
Defense, you need defense, man.
Or they lost a lot by that one touchdown, one score. And I like their talent there. Josh Jefferson. I think they got some
They
Jordan
added-
Addison,
key guys there.
Hawkinson.
But
Hawkinson,
I
drafted
think
him too.
I like Detroit. I'm an underdog guy. I
Yeah.
want to see them do something.
Detroit.
I want to see them do something.
Detroit.
Who you like, Mark?
I'm with you.
Vikings.
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I think Cousins is at the end here of his
Listen,
career.
he-
I like the guy. I really took a liking to him too. Just seeing the kind of human being he is.
he's definitely gonna have the most passing yards.
Yeah, and I really think they'll get there. I think they'll get through to a second round.
I'm still working on my gritty, but next question.
All right. So we've got our division winners, y'all.
Yeah, they
Um,
get hot quick.
We're yeah.
Turn that fan a little bit on you.
League MVP. Overall league MVP. League
Ian
MVP.
Snyder, he's out of there.
Let's see.
League MVP.
League MVP. Like the whole.
Man, it could go to Aaron Rodgers if they do what people want them to do. It could go there.
How about
Man, who else could it be?
how about the quarterback?
Who could it be now?
Quarterback at the Eagles.
I mean,
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he's a popular pick.
I know, but he's up there.
I never liked that. So let's get on that. I've never liked the MVP thing because of things like that.
Yeah.
He's on the best team. Like that don't impress me. It don't impress me when you get the best team. You know what I mean? It's easy to be the MVP. It's easy to throw touchdowns.
I like offense, defense, but like the whole thing.
Oh, we're going there.
No, that's what I'm saying. What he's saying.
I mean, do y'all agree with that though? I mean, it's easy to say New Balance is going to be the MVP because he got the best offense around him. That's to me that don't make you the MVP.
It
That's not
He's
my
the MVP of our department at school.
You're right.
because he's on the best department, and that's the thing.
Is that Gallagher?
It's Gallagher.
You have to have the players because you can go out there and shit the bed.
Yeah, but Daniels did well for the Giants with what he had. I ain't saying he was MVP. I'm just saying he did well for what he had.
And I agree with you. I like to see the guy.
I hate that.
I root for the guy who can take, I don't want to say nothing
Shit.
and make something,
Right.
but you also have to play with who you have.
What you got? Right. Can you make them better? Which is that?
I'm going to tell
Would
you
you do
guys,
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Justin Herbert and Josh Allen are going to be my MVP of the league.
Man.
I think Herbert's going to have a hell of a year.
I'm sick of Allen.
With the new coordinator, all
So
that
am I.
stuff.
If
I
he
like
can-
Allen too. I was thinking Allen actually.
If he can keep those guys healthy,
Did you say Josh Allen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's who I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I was
honestly,
thinking Josh Allen.
you know, I mean, as much as I love Mahomes and as much as he makes guys good around
Yes.
him,
Yeah.
You look at
There's
this.
dude to take a step
There's
back.
there's one.
If you
I like
change-
that because he don't have anyone in KC.
he's
Who's
gonna
his receiver?
he's gonna make guys better around him.
We
I like
changed
that.
Just a couple plays like last year, and he's the MVP last year.
Who?
Allen.
Yeah,
Who was it last year? Was it Mahomes?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be Mahomes. He got his receivers are you, me, Maradei, and Scissor.
That's pretty bad.
And he's still doing what he's doing.
You got Sky Moore from New Ken.
Okay, I give you Sky Moore. He can
Sky
run.
Moore from New Ken.
Hey,
He can
one
run.
of the funny thing, you picked those two guys as MVP for my AFC Championship. I picked the Bills and Chargers.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
can see that.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
they're
my
not the
MVP.
favorite.
How about Defensive Player of the Year?
I'll go with the guy from Dallas.
I'm going with a healthy TJ Watt.
I'm going T.J. Watt. I think he's on a mission this
And
year.
I think that
Micah
I think it's
Parsons.
even better because
Like
now people are on alert for Hightower. So now
Highsmith?
I'm
What the
sorry.
hell are you watching? Police Academy?
I
Hightower?
did watch it the other night. I did watch it 2 nights ago. Our first assignment. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Sergeant Mauser. Yes. Yowza.
That one was a
Yeah.
player, too.
Yes.
Hightower. He's
Yeah.
a player.
Highsmith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think because the defense is better now, you can't key on anyone.
And you know the thing with
Yes,
that too
that's pretty
is
scary.
Herbig is going to be able to give him a couple blows early in the season
Yep.
when he needs them,
Yeah.
so he doesn't get worn down at the end of the season. And then on the other side, you got Marcus Golden, who's going to be able to give
Yeah.
some breaks. So Steelers have 4 legit guys that can play at the outside linebacker spot. There's teams that wish they had 2 guys like Herbig and Golden on the outside. At least I think so.
Yeah,
You know, again, I'm a homer.
I'm
I
going
get it.
Watt, and I'm not a homer.
I'm going Watt.
I like your pick, Mike Parsons.
All right, good.
Could be either one of those
He's
guys.
going to eat him up.
Offensive Player of the Year, which is different than defensive. Hi, Laura.
I didn't know if you were filming. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on in.
You want to give it a shout out?
You're way off. The camera's way over here.
Exactly. You're filming right now?
Yeah.
You're still not in the camera.
You got to
It
come
is.
around
Come
here.
over
Come
here.
over
Just
Come
fan
on
over
here.
here.
to the camera.
You going out to check the chickens or what's going on?
No, I came to say hello. And it's heat. Wait, you guys need to come inside.
Oh,
Nah, we're
yeah.
good. We should play football in this kind of weather.
Facts.
We lose a lot of weight. A lot of weight.
Whew. I was up in the box yesterday.
That's what she
Oh
said.
my God. Okay, guy
No more
comes,
drinking during the show. No more. That for me, at least.
the guy who was
I'm
announcing the
done
game,
too.
he comes in
With
and
this one.
he says, boy, it's really hot over here, guys. I said, yeah, I just probably sweat off 10 pounds. I'll drink it back later on today, though.
Nice.
He had the microphone on his hand.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Offensive, what I say? Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep, did that.
Yep. Offensive Player of the Year.
It's got to be one of the quarterbacks, like always. It's a quarterback
Why?
league.
Why can't it be a running back? Why can't a running back or a receiver? Why
When's
can't
the last time that happened?
Why can't Justin Jefferson be at 1,800, 1,900 yards with 15 TDs, 12 TDs? And be
Somebody's throwing it to him.
It's because of the press.
It's a
just
quarterback
gonna
league,
look at-
bro.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
I hate it.
I'm with you, Shane.
I hate it.
Because of the who's throwing it.
You know what I mean? That's like, did y'all hear Joe Montana this year? This week he said the greatest quarterback ever. Did y'all hear who he said?
Mahomes.
Yeah,
No. He said Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
He said put Dan Marino now where you can't touch the receiver, where you can't tackle the quarterback, where you can't do this, and guys are just running free. Yeah, he says it's
Montana
easy.
said that?
I think he's right.
I think any one of them, him or him. I think anybody from back in that
I
time.
think Joe Montana was just superior.
He was.
I think anyone from back in that time is better than anybody now.
What they play in the 80?
They're running free,
Three
bro.
Super Bowl.
And I've been
Yeah,
telling y'all this.
yeah.
I've been saying this. The receivers are running free.
Yeah.
As a safety, you got to think, do I kill this guy and lose 30 grand this week? I'm not hitting you.
Possibly have to sit out next.
Yeah,
week.
I'm not doing that. I'm getting this 30 grand. Go ahead, catch it and run. Go ahead. I don't care. That's crazy. No, easily.
How about a guy like Bradshaw from the 70s?
No.
You don't think? With a big arm like that?
He had a big arm. He was colorblind or
And,
something.
and they couldn't touch him in the 70s, and his guys could have ran free. You know, you didn't have Lester Hayes and George Atkinson. You know?
Yeah.
Watch his Sesame Street shirt. He just not.
No, seriously.
I don't
agree.
know.
I mean, those dudes were vicious. They were holding you down.
It'd have been different.
Oh,
I would love to see all those guys from back then.
All
Now.
of them.
John Elway. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God,
Stabler.
Scary.
You know, if you think about it, Elway, even before,
Warren Moon.
yeah,
Oh,
but Elway, even before Randall
Cunningham.
Cunningham, John Elway was the original running quarterback. I mean, he could scamper.
Yeah.
You know, and he played baseball too.
Yeah.
He's another baseball guy, right?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah. So who we going with? Offensive player of the year. Racine's saying a
It's got to
quarterback.
be a quarterback. It's what it is. I hate it.
So whichever the one doesn't win MVP.
The guy from Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, not from Eagles.
Does that when's the last time someone from defense has won the whole thing? Has that happened a lot? Is it Reggie White?
Maybe Ray Lewis. Did Ray Lewis do that?
I don't think so.
So maybe Reggie
Siri.
White.
That's like
Siri.
asking what defensive player has won the Heisman.
Charles Woodson.
Hey Siri,
Last one.
did any defensive
Sounds
player
like playing the Rose Bowl.
ever win the NFL MVP?
That was awesome. They played Washington State.
Alan
Page.
Page, 1971. Lawrence Taylor, 1986. That was the last
Tizzle.
guy. Last guy.
Tizzle.
1986.
Alan Page.
Lawrence Taylor.
He couldn't read.
Alan Page couldn't?
I think so.
Man, the Purple People Eaters could play though.
Alan Page
Except
was
that
super smart.
except when they played the
Yeah, he was
Steelers.
really
And I thought he
good.
got super smart after.
Or I think of Marshall.
He got
I
hooked
think
on
you're
Marshall
phonics.
was a judge.
No, okay. That's
He was a judge.
He got hooked on phonics.
One of them couldn't read at first.
My mom used to look on phonics. Go easy.
You're probably right.
Look on phonics.
Who you guys got in the championship games?
I
NFC,
got-
AFC.
AFC Championship.
Yeah, who you got?
Who you got?
AFC.
I got the Bills and the Chargers.
I like that.
I don't know how they get by the Chiefs, but I just maybe the Chiefs get injured this year a little bit. Something I don't know. Got to change it up.
You know who? You know who would have to get injured for the Chiefs to cause them grief?
Mahomes.
No,
Kelsey.
Pacheco.
Who's that?
Pacheco or
Andy
Kelsey?
Reid. Andy Reid have to get injured.
Who's Pacheco?
The
Running
running
back.
back.
He's legit.
I like that kid. I drafted him.
I hate
like
saying
it.
Bills and Chiefs.
You
I
know,
mean,
you
Steelers, Cowboys.
Super Bowl. I don't see the Cowboys getting there.
That'd be-
I just don't think the Cowboys can get rid of top tier.
Revenge.
I don't think they can get rid of top tier teams. I don't think they can get through top tier teams. I don't think the Cowboys can beat a team like the Niners at all.
I think
the
the
Niners
Eagles,
are so much
Eagles
more-
will be back in it.
I got Cowboys still.
Yeah.
I could see the Eagles and Niners in the AFC Championship again.
Bills Eagles for Super Bowl.
Revenge.
Bills Eagles.
Yeah.
Revenge of the nerds.
Interesting.
Both of them have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah. What's a must see game we have to watch this year, boys?
Game one, Steelers and Niners.
I think that's a great game.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good starter right there.
it's going to kick it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any other ones. I have to agree with that.
I mean,
We're going to find out the Steelers medal.
it's going to see what they're made of. Yep.
Yep.
I mean, for us. I mean, that's what.
Arizona, Washington.
Howard versus Hampton.
Howard versus
Hey,
Hampton.
they
We're going to
got
find out who the real HU is.
they got the
It's Howard.
Howard fold up chairs at Sam's Club. I was going to pick you up one today, but
No, I don't do that.
Morgan had a big win yesterday. Beat Richmond.
Did
Oh, I
they?
saw that.
I was watching
I
a little
saw
bit of
that.
I was watching that
Hey,
quarterback.
who's
for
quarterback?
Richmond is
Who's
terrible.
who's head coach of Morgan now?
The guy from Bowie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
from Bowie State.
Yeah, it was Tyrone Wheatley,
Yeah.
but Wheatley went. Yes.
What?
Yes, just a
Yeah.
couple of years ago, it was Tyrone Wheatley.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Tyrone, you need the money? Come on over to our show, Tyrone.
Other than that, I think any of the conference games,
Hey, this is Tyrone Wheatley.
Are gonna be-
I might give one.
any of the conference games will be fun to watch.
You were on my fantasy team 6 years ago.
Conference games.
Yeah.
Hey,
or division games.
man, tell them how they can find you on social media.
I'll be here at Nude's house watching the games this year.
One T Young,
One young Terry.
one Young Terry,
One young Terry.
Rasheen.
I'm easy. You know that. Shane Hill. Easy.
At Coach Noob, NEUB. At Coach Noob.
Hey, the show website is podpage.com. Original Sports Podcast with Mark Maradei. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. We're everywhere you guys are.
MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace.
I got my MySpace is nice.
I want that.
We're
He,
on.
he didn't ask for that.
Terry, we are
I'm
part
done
of,
drinking.
Let's Talk Sports Network. A big shout out to our guy, Dan Harris. Our guy who founded the Let's Talk Sports Network is he's not doing so good health wise. So this show's for you, big man.
Thanks, Dan. Get better soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope you're doing well, Dan. Stay well. Feel free to let us know if you have any comments, questions, suggestions by emailing us at originalsportspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks to Shauna Koviak for doing the voice intro. Charlie Hodgson, my guy, for doing the intro and outro music. My wife for taking care of that webpage. And join us in 2 weeks for the Original Sports Podcast. Thanks for being there. Go ahead.
Don't forget Casa de Nubizer.
Casa de Nubari. Thanks to
Thank you,
Laura and
Lord.
Mike for hosting. Thanks for Laura and Mike for hosting stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get it shut down.
You shut it down now.
You gotta minimize it.
And then what?
Up in the right hand corner, which is
That's left, bro. Right. He's drunk.
Where the red
You get him
button
out of
is.
here.
Leave.